reach out to local Chinese. When I say local Chinese, meaning the local Chinese in Singapore, be it foreigners or be it the local Chinese. That means Singaporeans or PR. Or I want to reach out to the Chinese in Malaysia, Chinese in Thailand, Chinese in Indonesia, Philippines. It doesn't matter. We can do that. And we can also, at the same time, reach out to the mainland China audience. So you're not restricted just to China only, but you also open up to Chinese globally. Also Hong Kong, also in Taiwan. But like what Warren has shared, you have your content ready, you have your official account, all this ready. So when would be the best time? How do we reach out to these people? Tell them, hey, I got this very good promo, I have very good service, I have very good restaurant, I have very good products. So what do we do? So give you an example. We would usually monitor a few things. In China, taking as an example, we look at when is their public holidays. We look at when is key moments for retail. Public holiday is important, like Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year in China, yes, we know they will travel, they will go out. It's very long, 2-3 weeks holiday. But majority of them stay within China. So what do? We reach out towards the Chinese outside from China. Can be Hong Kong, or even neighboring country in Malaysia, or even local here in Singapore as well. And of course, we look at a few other things. We look at strategy. I won't go too much details, but it gives us an idea. When should you be reaching out to them, sending ads, or when should you start prepare your content? When should you actually run your promotion? So you do not waste your resources, run very good promo, but there's nobody coming. Then sometimes certain bosses ask, hey, why my product not selling? Why no customers? Why not enough walk-in? So it helps you to control your business exposure as well. So when we look at travelers, there are 5 things we look at. We look at travelers that are at the moment thinking of traveling. We look at travelers that are already planning to travel. That means they are already starting to plan. We are also looking at travelers that already confirm travelers. That means they already buy a ticket or already book hotel. And how we do that, I'll share with you in a bit. We also look at those that are looking to experience something. That means I'm here right now, and then suddenly I see an ad at Universal Studio, or I see an ad that say, hey, one of the best tong soi here in dessert here in Chinatown. Let's go. You know, it's not part of plan, but let's go and try it. How do we find out all this information? And last is, after they have all this, all of us, when we run ads, there will be certain time we spend money for marketing. But there's certain time we don't need to spend. We get our customers to talk about us, about your product, about your service. And that's when the content management comes in, because they will be sharing about you a lot. That's why your official account is important. But how do they do all of this is the most important part. So example, let's assume everybody here don't have WeChat. Do you all have Lazada shopping app? Do you all have any gaming app? Shopee? Or even if you have, let's say, Tencent Video, iQIYI, Youku, any other video streaming platform, right? There is this particular tracking technology. Nobody in the world is able to solve this problem. Even Apple, they always say privacy is important. Google say privacy is important. They are still not able to solve this problem. It is a specific tracking app in every app installed on a smartphone device called CAID. And this is developed by China Advertising Association. So what do they do? The moment you install any app that belongs to a China company or China tech company, example WeChat, immediately they have access to everything on your phone. When I say everything, a very good example, some of you all may use Android, some of you all may use Apple iPhone. When you install an application, there will be one thing that they will ask for permission. Can I access this? If you don't allow access, you cannot use the app for Android, but Apple they can, right? So, but it's still protected, but what they do not track information inside the app, but they track your phone. So on your phone, the first few things they look at, number one, they can tell what device is this. They can even tell what SIM card they're using. Are you roaming or are you not roaming? Are you traveling or not traveling? Are you using a traveler SIM or are you using a local SIM? So I can be using China Telecom, but I'm roaming here in Singapore using Singtel. They can actually tell that. And to the point, but the most important thing that I personally like, they can tell two things. They can see what application is installed on your mobile device. Doesn't matter if you're a Singapore user, China user, Hong Kong, any country, even the US. And at the same time, apart from telling what application is installed, they are also able to tell your notifications. So very important. We all have notification. You know, when I send message, notification for your message. You do a PayNow transfer, there's a message. You receive an email, there's a notification. Right? Your phone is very secure. Your every app, WhatsApp, your DBS Bank, OCBC banking app is very secure. But there's one thing that the app itself cannot protect, and that is notification onto your device. Because it is a handphone feature. It's not an app, it's a handphone feature. So that is not encrypted. Meaning that any conversation that you have, for example, I could send to Warren, hey Warren, I like this restaurant very much, but separately Warren may message his staff, say, hey, Tony recommended me a wrong restaurant, it's not very good. This tracking app is able to actually pick up his actual behavior. Even if you transfer money, that also includes all the information that is being captured, such as booking a flight, planning a flight, where do you want to go, conversation. So this particular tracking app is able to capture up to 65 different languages. From Chinese down to the weirdest language is Swahili or something like that. It's a very, very niche African language. They are able to keep track as well, even if you're conversing. So that means that if I'm coming here to Singapore, let's say China traveler coming here, I know when they're traveling. But also important, you know all this information, no point what, right? What you want to do is you want them to come to your store, you want them to contact you, to buy things, to eat at a restaurant, to use your services and things like that. How do they do it? There are a few things that you can actually do. The first and foremost is that, if you remember earlier, like what I shared, they are able to capture the type of telco, they are able to capture your device information. So what do they do? If I want to promote someone to walk into my store about a Thai restaurant, I got the best Tom Yum food, I got the best Pad Thai there, I want them to come. And you can actually run a marketing campaign of ads as they're walking down Chinatown. Let's say I'm at People Park Center. I'm walking down. I'm 200 meters away from the store. Because I have information on device, I know which telco signal you are at, your GPS location. We won't know, of course, but we can set, but Tencent will know. Because your device, as long as it's turned on, they're able to track it. As you're walking closer, let's say you're 100 meter, 200 meter away from the store, you can receive an ad pushed to your mobile device to say, hey, why not visit this Thai restaurant? They have the best Pad Thai or the best Tom Yum there to visit to eat, right? You can actually push a notification through ads as they're walking down through the street itself, right? So that is one example if you're wanting them to walk in, but you can also run campaigns, you can run content based on, hey, do I want to promote my brand? Do I want to collect leads for my business as they are going about? As let's just say I'm talking to Warren. Hey, Warren, you know, I'm starting a new business down in a company down in Australia. You got any contact, you know, to help me set up, register a company? While we're talking, and not long after that, I'll potentially see an ad to say that, hey, because of your interest, through the conversation that we had, I will start seeing ads in regards to company that wants to that helps other company to set up a company in Australia. You can actually do that. Of course, you can push about your products, you can get them to visit your store, you can send them direct messages or to promote download apps. Download apps is very specific, but more towards you can get them to visit your WeChat official account. You can get them to visit your store itself, or you can get them to, hey, this brand is very popular, this product is popular, come buy from us. Why? Alright, so you're able to do this. But the key element is choosing the right audience. Facebook, Google, or the Western market, like I call it, or the English-speaking market, they look at one thing: are you interested or not? So when I run an ad, is to see what is my interest. How do they know interest? I like this page. I like this content. I see. That's it. But on Tencent itself or any Chinese media, they look at two very important, other than your interests, which is very different. Demographics, I can target the user based on their gender or your profile. So for example, you want to target a student, you want to target a specific customer that earns maybe $5,000 a month, or want to target customer that earns $2,000 a month, you can. Or how much they spend every time they go traveling, you can target them. But environment, you can target them based on where they are in very specific because of the mobile device. I can target based on street level. I can target them based on area, state, country. You can do that. The bigger the country, the bigger it can go. Like in Singapore, you can target Singapore only lah. You can target by street level if you want to, or certain area. Like I want to target the whole of Sengkang, the whole of Punggol. You can. Right? Behavior and intention is very different. It's very important based on what they track on your activity on your mobile device. Behavior is when I send an ad to you, most important is what? You see my ad. That means that when would be the best time that you will see my ad? Is it at night? Maybe daytime you open your phone, sometimes you see ads, you open social media, you see certain content, certain video, short while only then you close. That's not important. I want you to see and spend time looking at it. Look at my food video, look at my products, go to my website. When is the best time? And also, when you see my ad, will you do research about my ads or not? Will you do research about my company or not? When's the best time? That is actually very important. Interest is, hey, are you actually interested or not? You research sometimes you're just curious, but you must be interested. Interested is based on conversation, based on things that you save or bookmark. But the most important one is intention. Intention is after you see and research, are you actually interested to try it out or to buy, to contact me, to visit? That's the key element that is very different. So for those that, if I want to target traveler to Singapore, number one, give you an example, I want them to already buy a ticket. I want them to be a family to visit Thai restaurant. I want them to love Thai food or have intention to try Thai food, or they like certain type of Thai food. That means my ad reach to them because there's so many Thai restaurants or so many products and services. I want them to be specific or to focus on my brand only or my restaurant or company. You can be very specific and you can actually reach out to. So what we do is not just one angle, like just simply shoot ads. It has to be very specific in what we do. What is the objective of the restaurant? Are you wanting to promote food, your brand? Are you looking to promote your oil product? You want them to walk in? That is important. So we help a lot of businesses reach out using various different kind of channels. Tencent advertising system, or do we go towards Baidu, or do we go Xiaohongshu, Douyin, which is outside of China, it's called TikTok, Weibo, Bilibili, Zhipu, and many others, or do we want to use a KOL to help to push? Why? Certain type of channels like dessert restaurants is not so suitable for running ads. They need KOL. Because why? KOL has better effect showing them eating, showing them video. There's better effect in that. Key opinion leader, like influencer. Okay. Then of course, you have your display apps through different kind of channels. And then smart retail, or basically this is where one comes in, helping you to set up an ecosystem for e-commerce. If e-commerce is not a focus, then ads getting them to walk into your store to visit your retail store. Or if you have a website, contact you through a lead or through a form submission. So there are various I won't cover this very much in detail, but these are some of the things that we look at when we profile a user. You tell us, what are you looking at? When is the best time to target at? So we start looking at the user, when do they start buying, how much do they usually spend during this period, or this, let's just say we are talking about November, December. Would majority of the travelers come to Singapore, buy more online, come here for holiday only, or are they going to go to retail store to buy? So should you be focusing all your marketing expenses at this particular angle? So that means that, back to a very crucial element, is this part. At every country that we look at a target audience, we focus on their local element to come into Singapore and to target them. And by targeting them, that comes back to an important element as well. Should we be looking at before they come, when they're planning, or when they're already in Singapore, to push your content harder, to get them to be focused on it? That's the key element. But the secret ingredient or secret sauce is this CID. You can actually search about it, Google. Just search CID China. There is a lot of discussion, a lot of articles written about it. That Apple and Google, nobody has solution to prevent this, because that means that your phone is no longer private. So like Warren and me, most of us sometimes we carry multiple phones. Why? Because I don't want them to know what I'm doing. Like my business, I don't want them to know that I'm traveling to Korea for business. I don't want them to know I'm traveling to Indonesia for business. So because they can be very, very specific in knowing you or knowing your customers more than they know themselves. Because as you're planning, what is your previous behavior? How much do you spend when you travel? What did you buy? So give you an example. If you want to target, everybody want to target very rich customers. Is that important? Or do you want to target travelers that are part of a tour group? How do I know you're a tour group? Very simple. When you make a booking, a flight booking, if your flight is booking says 50 people, is that not a tour group? So that means I want these 50 people to see an ad so that every one of these 50 people will come to you. So that means that it's very specific in getting your message out to them. So that's the important element. So there are certain things that work for different businesses, objective. Some will work, some not suitable for, like restaurant, app install and lead generation don't work for you. Because restaurant, I want people to come in and to walk into my store. Or if you have online booking, you want them to go online to book. Like, your product, you want them to buy. So you want them to buy what? Buy online first, then come to your store and collect. Or you want more for them to come visit your store. Or for creative services, right? You want them to engage you for certain services, for business people to engage services, is more towards leads. You want them to reach out to you or walk in, that's the focus. So there are various directions that we will go for, different businesses. How we go about it, different option is very different. Right? So, but in essence, this is generally what we do on the overall. Then of course you can reach out to Warren a little more specific. What is the goal? Then he can actually help you to work out the details. So for me, I can share with you one example that I work with Universal Studio in Singapore. Right? Different period, they have different objective. Like this period, I only want to run ads. I want to focus my message for family, people with children, because my theme park, my promotion, everything is suitable for people with children. Those that come as couple or husband and wife only, or boyfriend, girlfriend, will not benefit from that. I want more children to come, because they feel that during this period or this kind of theme park, they have children, they will spend more money. So we can actually reach out to them as well. And different kind of time during Valentine's Day, earlier this year I remember, is that I want more couple. I don't want those that with children to come, because the amount of theme park that they have. And they actually pre-sold a lot of their inventory of tickets before the event itself. And you'll be very surprised, more than 70% of them is actually foreigner, it's not local. Local is very small percentage. So that's something that we can look at based on the travelers. Hey, this particular few months, this particular period, which country will have more travelers coming in? Then we say, hey, we can focus in China, we can focus in Hong Kong and Taiwan, or we focus in Malaysia to reach out towards the Chinese. If you run Facebook or Google or Instagram marketing campaigns or ads, yes, it's very specific. But that means everybody has more options. But we want those that are a bit more Chinese-centric to come, because perhaps the product or the messages that you have is more localized towards the Chinatown area. That's what we look at. There are the different ways that we can go about it. Right? So I think that's pretty much what I'm going to share. Is the tech part that you need to understand that, or to think about the type of customers that you want. That's the most important part. When you understand that, what type of customers do I want, how to create your content, and how should you find these customers will come in place. The most important is customer. Everybody wants customer, but what type of customers is important to you? You want customer that come in to buy $10, $20, or you want customers that come in that spend every time $5,000, $1,000. So, but those customers are not a lot, but one time they come, they spend a lot. So that's the balance that we need to look at. What will be your focus for different period? Right. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to share. Anything else to add, Warren?
I think that's good. So right now we just do some hands-on session for you guys to know what's going on that we talk about. Right? Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing is we create a WeChat group on site. As you know that nowadays it's also normal for you to have a lot of group, Telegram, whatever it is. So what's so special about WeChat? You know how to go about it. WeChat is allowed, like right now we are at the same location. We can create group instantly. Like right now I don't have your contact, you don't have my contact. I'm ready to say that. If using normal circumstance, we need to, can you scan my QR code or all those kind of things, right? So I got scan maybe 6 of you. Well, WeChat they have this instant thing you can go for. So you have WeChat, let's try now. You just look at the procedure over here. When you tap on your WeChat, the top right plus sign, you can see there's one thing called add contact, or in Chinese called 添加朋友. You can tap on that, and after that, you can see there's one thing called join private group, or in Chinese we call 面对面建群. So over here, we just need to create the same 4-digit number. Today is 26, is it?
Yes, 25th.
25th. Okay, so let's go for 2510. 25th October. Can? Okay, go to the top right plus sign. No need, just get out from here first. Oh, you haven't downloaded it?
No.
Okay, go to the top right plus sign, the add here. Add contact. And you can see the third one called join private group. And just now is 2510, so you just key 2510. So as long as everybody key the same number, you click join this group. Okay, so you see, immediately we get connected, right, to create a group. So that's why Chinese is always very, very fast. Okay, so whatever they do is very fast. So you see, I don't need to go in one by one, go and add, it's a waste of time. We create a group already, after that we add in person, it's easier.
This number, we just randomly decide a number.
Correct.
And then this party just use the number.
Yes, everybody same digit, same procedure, that's it. Okay? Alright, so this is something that I would like to share with you guys. And of course the next thing is, how are you into a conversation? How are you be more efficient, right? Sometimes maybe inside a group, I want to special to talk to this person. For example, right now I want to talk to you, but I don't mind let people know. So just like WeChat itself, just like WhatsApp, all these things, you can use this email app. Okay, you can use this email app to particular to talk to this person in especially inside a group. Like right now, I'm going to say hi to Kathy. Okay, and Kathy will see inside a group that I mentioned her name. Okay, so you can use this email app to go about it. And it's also very common that sometimes we send wrong message, right? And after we got delete. So what's that got? What delete for me or delete for everyone? But sometimes maybe we send a message just because of a typo error, so we can recreate. So this one you can try inside the group. You can just send a message over there, any nonsense message. Okay, right now I just send some some error message, right? So I say, I sent the wrong one or I typed wrongly. So what you can do, you can press and hold the message. You all can send message inside group, and this is just a trial run. And look for this thing called recall. And when you click on recall, it will come out this thing called edit. So it allows you to edit your message. Because sometimes maybe you write quite a long message, right? If you're going to delete all and you do again, you can retype everything. Well, WeChat have this function that you can edit based on your previous message and send again. So this is something you can try. The next thing is some of you may not be may have an issue to understand Chinese or may have an issue to type Chinese, or maybe people type Chinese, you don't know what they're talking about, right? Because you don't read Chinese. So WeChat have this function that allow you to when you reply, you can do that for translation. They have this thing called translation function that for example right now I just write, I don't write Chinese, I write a little bit different things, easy for you guys to know. So right now inside a group I send a message. Some of you may not know what is this message about. What you can do is you can press and hold the message and look for this thing called translate. Alright, then you will know. I use this a lot, not just to a Chinese, because my Chinese is still okay. When I go to Cambodia, I cannot understand Khmer. So I tell them that when I talk to them, they don't understand my language. I say that why not you got WeChat, you send this one. Then I just press and hold to translate to go about it. So far WeChat supported 20 over language over here. So this is certain function they can use. That you can make your life easier.
How do you input this Japanese?
Because I have a keyboard, you can just put your keyboard. You want to input like Selamat Hari Raya also can.
So it's your phone itself.
Yeah. It's a phone setting. You can set what language you want to use for typewriting.
So you know Japanese?
A little bit. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we do. We do quite a number of code. I believe code meanings that just like the WhatsApp one. Somebody say something, you just press and hold the message and use this code to reply to him. Okay. And another thing that people are not aware of, just now we talked about how to share the official account. So I say, like me on Facebook group, all those kind of things, right? So what we can do is, under the top right plus sign over there, you can have this function just like your Google Drive. So WeChat have something like Google Drive, they let you store your stuff, alright, up to 1 gig. So over there, you can just share your business card, your WeChat official account, all those kind over there. So right now, I'm going to use my WeChat official account. I'm going to share with you my lobang lah. And like if you know about Chinese, a lot of Chinese actually they don't use business card, they use digital card. So what we do is I also put inside my favorite over there that allow me to send my business card, and from there you can extract the QR code and add me. So let me show you now. I will just try right now to show you guys. So right now inside a group you can see that that's my business card. So we tap to enlarge, and that business card is the WeChat ID. So you just tap to enlarge, you press and hold the QR code, you can extract QR code. From there you can send me a friend request on WeChat. So it's very easy. You don't need to use other people's phone, go and scan and those kind of things. So it's self-sustained. WeChat itself has all these very powerful functions for you guys to play around. So another thing I want to show you will be the WeChat search, just like Google search all these things. So just now Tony said that how are we going to search something? Sometimes you want to know, I want to look for this restaurant, whatever. So you use Google search, but Chinese are not going to use Google search because they don't use Google. So WeChat also have this thing called WeChat search. Under the top right plus, under the discover, you can see at the bottom over there, there's one thing called discover over there. Alright, under discover over there, you have this search button for you to search things. You see, so this is how China works. So as long you have a presence on WeChat and you frequently use, right, it will show that. You see, so this is how the WeChat search works. Okay, that's all for me. Any question?